Peter breaks through. So that is the title of chapter 1. You know this word. What is this? Very good. The Darling family lived, do you know this word? In London. So that is the first sentence of the story. And I'm very proud of you because you are recognizing a few words. So this is the, very good, Darling family lived in London. Full stop. After a sentence, you put a, very good. Wendy was the oldest of the Darling children. What is this?
Children.
No, what is this? It's a full stop.
Yeah, it's a
See, it's a full stop. A full stop comes at the end of a
sentence.
very good. So this is a whole sentence by itself. Wendy, do you know this word? What is it? Was Aisha, come here, come pass the crayon and give me some outline, those small words them when you don't know. So Wendy was, keep your legs closed, child. Me tell her if you do it and make sure you go expose yourself. Stop rubbing your hand like that, man. May I outline the words because I need to learn words. Alright. So, Wendy was the oldest of the Darling children. John followed her. This is a comma because the sentence continues. Okay?
Yeah.
While Michael was the youngest. So, this statement here is telling us that there are how many children in the family? Count with me. First you have Wendy. Ariana, calm down. First you have Wendy. Put up a finger for Wendy. Then you have John and Michael. So how many children does the Darling family has?
3.
Very good. The Darling family has 3 children. And there are how many girls and how many boys? We have Wendy, John, and Michael.
So 1 girl.
2
boys.
Very good. So we have 1 girl and 2 boys in the Darling family. Okay, are we following?
Yes.
And so far, who is the
Mommy.
youngest child?
Yesterday we had a crayon cake.
Who is the youngest child?
Johnny.
Hmm?
Johnny.
No. Who is the youngest child? You weren't listening. The youngest child. Let me read it. May I read it for now and tell me? May I read it for now again? The Darling family lived in London. Wendy was the oldest. Wendy was the oldest of the Darling children. John followed her, while Michael was the youngest. So who is the youngest child?
Michael.
Very good. When you guys are listening, you guys can be attentive. So Michael, come over here. So come listen, child. So Michael is the youngest child. All right. When she was younger, don't do that. Nobody come up in it. Go back down. Go, yeah, just lean in your head. Good. Focus on the book. Look at, follow up with the words. When she was younger, comma again, because the sentence continues. Wendy would often think that her parents would give her away. Wow, why would Wendy think that? As there were too many mouths to feed. Does anyone know what that means? She's basically saying that she thought her parents wanted to give her away because there were a lot of them in the house. And
Yeah.
so when she say too many mouths to feed, you know, say like, as you buy little food, it done. You understand? Because enough people are eat the food. So, and like you can buy one cornflakes and you put on for 1 month as you buy the cornflakes are go done. Because everybody are eat it, right?
Just like every time Daddy pours all the complex for me and Arya, and he done out, and we still have some food.
Right, but I know that the case, they come here so. Alright.
It's
Her father, alright, Ari, listen. Her father was extremely proud of her, but he never showed it. Right? So this part is saying her father was extremely proud of her, but he never showed it. So her father was always happy about the things that she does, but he does not tell her all the time. Right?
Yeah.
The family had a dog. The family had a dog. Like whose family? Whose family has a dog?
We do too.
Yeah.
And her name's Arya.
Right. All right. I knew, guys, when people ask a question, just answer the questions. No, you don't have to go into other stuff. Just answer the questions. All right. A Newfoundland called Nana.
Nana. Nana.
How can a dog be Newfoundland? I first hear about this. So their dog was called Nana. Very good. They trusted her with their lives. They trusted Nana with their lives. Nana was very appointed. Wait, no man, Nana, wait there. Nana was their appointed nurse for the kids. Oh, so Nana is not the dog. Nana is not the dog, man.
Yeah. Then what is the dog's name?
We're gonna see if we can figure out the dog's name. So they said Nana was their appointed nurse for the kids. All in one, the Darlings were the simplest, happiest family in London until Peter Pan came.
Yeah.
So you hear that?
Yeah,
Sounds like there's another child, right?
Mommy, Peter Pan only comes when their parents goes away.
Ari, what are you talking about? You have to listen to the story because me not get that the part there yet. I don't know if that's true, but me not reach this yet. Alright, so they're saying that their family was the simplest and the happiest family until who came along?
Peter Pan.
Peter Pan.
His fairy.
Ari, stop talk things when me not read. You talk about fairy, you hear me read not more fairy? The Darling children often thought of Neverland, which was more or less an island with vibrant colors and clear water surrounding the island with coral reefs. Full stop. Peter Pan lived here with Tinker Bell, a tiny fairy. So now, Ariana, you can say your point because now we have established that there is a fairy called what?
Tinker Bell.
Tinker Bell. There's a fairy called the Tinker Bell. All right. Okay, so for each child, Neverland had something different. John, for instance, had flamingos in his Neverland, which would fly over a lagoon while he shoots at them. Michael, who was small, had a flamingo with lagoons flying over it in his head. John lived in a boat turned upside down on the sands. Michael is in a wingworm. Wendy in a house of leaves, deftly swan together. What?
Ringworm?
Yeah. What?
Who's in a ringworm? You can't live in a ringworm. A worm will eat you whole.
I don't think that's what they meant.
Harry, but
Come.
in real
Occasionally, you're not going to read the story? Occasionally, Miss Darling would question them about Peter Pan. She knew nothing of him, yet he was always there in the midst of her children. When... Ouch. Man, I'm tired. Let me get up a little bit. Just go and listen to me ready to ask a question.
Yes.
When Wendy was questioned, we don't ever have to move, you know, guys.
Yeah,
Don't move. Don't. Aisha, stop. No, me say no move. No, sir, you have to try to stay more focused, man. When Wendy was questioned about him, she sadly admitted that he was strange. So, who became suspicious of Peter Pan?
Wendy.
Not Wendy, Miss Darling did. And when she questioned Wendy, Wendy said Peter Pan was
weird.
Never said weird. What did she say? What was her exact words? Strange. You don't have to listen. Strange. Good. But my pet, who is he? Asked Miss Darling. Peter Pan's mother replied, Wendy. I still not get the pet part, you know.
Full stop.
Right, full stop. Very good. You see, you start recognize the full stop different from the comma them now. He hasn't grown up at all. He's just my size. Wendy said this with a lot of confidence, like she knew it for a fact. When Miss Darling told her husband about this, he just laughed it off and told her to leave the children at their imagination. It will all go away, he assured her, but it didn't. And soon Peter Pan gave Miss Darling quite a shock. Quite often, she would find dry leaves in the nursery that were there when she put the children to sleep. That weren't there when she put the children to sleep. There were also muddy footprints on the floor. Wendy was shocked. Wendy just shook her head and smiled at this. It's Peter again. Okay, so we soon realize what's going on. We're trying to unveil the mystery. What do you mean, Wendy? Who said that? Her mom. He never wipes his feet. Wendy sighs. So it's like Wendy is telling her mother that Peter Pan is the one that always comes in with a muddy footprints and leave dry leaves all over the place because he never wipes his feet, so she knows they are him, right? She explained frankly to her mother that she thought Peter sometimes came into the nursery, sat at the foot of her bed, and played his pipes for her. Somehow she was always asleep, and even though she didn't see him while awake, she knew it was him. What nonsense! No one can get into the house without knocking, argued Miss Darling. Mother, he used the window. The nursery window is 3 floors up, Wendy. So she's yelling. So she basically said it like this. The nursery window is 3 floors up, Wendy. Later, she found dry leaves near the window. Wendy found this natural because Wendy was suspicious that Peter Pan was the one that was doing this. So to Wendy, it was normal, right?
Yeah.
Right. And Miss Darling found it hard to dismiss. The very next night, the lives of Wendy and her brothers were going to change forever. So, what do you guys understand from this chapter 1 of the book? What do you guys understand?
I understand that the mother is actually yelling at Wendy, and that is not good. A mother never yells.
Nothing no go, so a mother is supposed to yell. Because when you have a child that does not listen and you don't want to use this, look, you have to yell at them. Just like how sometimes I yell at you because you don't listen. And I yell at her because she don't listen. And I don't want to slap you guys all the time. Okay? So that helps. So that's not what you should have gotten from the story. How many children are in the Darling family again?
3.
3. What are their names?
Wendy, Johnny.
It's John, not Johnny.
John and
Michael.
Michael.
Right, it's Wendy, John, and Michael, and they are the 3 darling children. And they have a dog.
I'm proud of
They
you
also have a.
too. I'm proud of you too.
You're proud of. Huh?
I'm proud of you too.
You're proud of me? Nice, thank you, I appreciate it. And Wendy's dad is proud of her, but he never tells her. He hardly tells her that he's proud of her, right? But there's a mystery going on since Peter Pan came into the picture. Because Peter Pan is doing stuff that... Right. So in chapter 2, we are going to unveil what...
I know when I watch
Exactly.
Peter Pan, he's good. But
You watch Peter Pan?
yeah. Look, mommy, the mom
Right, that's Tinkerbell. Right, and Tinkerbell is who?
A fairy.
Right, Tinkerbell is Peter Pan's fairy. Right?
Before I'm dropped.
Well, chapter 2 is long. Yo, guys, chapter 2 is very long. Chapter 2 is like 10 pages. It is literally 10 pages. 1, 2, 3,
Just
4,
like
5, 6,
number 1.
7, 8, 9, 10. It is 10 pages. No, chapter 1 is less than 10.
Yeah.
Chapter 1 is a few pages. So, guys, if y'all want to hear the rest of the story, leave a like, comment, share, subscribe.
And make sure and
This is how I read story to the kids
rise up.
when I'm reading it, you know, sometimes. And when I read books like these, it opens them imagination. It helps them feel like...
Remember, stay happy and rise up.
Right. It helps them to open their...
And stay healthy.
What's the imagination?
And
Jesus Christ.
stay healthy and always remember how to learn.
Alright. You can't talk, no?
Yeah.
Alright. So, them do them outro. So, it's my time, right?
Yeah.
Big up on yourself.